What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious, and welcome to Back to the Future. What this is I'm going to give you guys a little tour of all the stuff that I've done prior to starting this channel. This is going back to other channels. This is stuff that I've never even recorded, my own personal worlds. And this is actually a minigame world that we used to play on a lot in my streams when I used to stream on Twitch. But it wasn't in this texture pack. This is actually the first time I'm ever seeing it in the normal texture pack. I did it in I think it was the city texture pack, so it looks very, very strange to me. But just keep in mind, even if it looks a little ugly in this texture pack, the one I designed it in, it looked legit. You guys should know by now that I don't really design ugly things, or at least I try not to. But yeah, so this is my mini game world. This is their spawn. I was originally gonna put little I don't know, little areas there, like a bed and stuff, but there's no need. But anyway, this was Tetris before we had mods in Minecraft. I built this about 2.5 years ago. I was super proud of it. I was the only person I saw online that built a full working Tetris in Minecraft. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna flick it, but it was. You can only play it. You'd have to actually take autosave off, and then you could play it. Because what you did is you went in and you pulled it and you used dynamite to drop sand and stuff, and anvils at different and gravel at different intervals. It's pretty cool. We got a little potion soccer here where the villagers come out and you have to try and hit them. And the cool thing is I mirror the top to be like the bottom just to give it a cool effect. What else? I'm just going to go through this real quick. This is Bomberman, full working Bomberman. Now I did have the lights that scrolled all the way around, but there was too much redstone in this world and it started lagging, so I had to break that, unfortunately. We got a dual layer spleef arena. If we could just go in there real quick. So this is a spleef arena that is 2 layers. Okay, so you use snow and then more snow, and then it's surrounded by lava. Pretty cool. You got your like spawn here where you can reset yourself. Pretty sweet. This is rain fire, a game I made up. Pretty happy with it. So you got your areas there, and there's I don't know, something like 500,000 arrows or something, 600,000 arrows that just fall out of the sky. So once you start it, this is how you start, and then this is kind of the little story that I made. You could pause it if you want to read it. I have a lot to get through, and then you have to go to each one of those, and then randomly in different ones there's the items that you need to collect, and then you would run back and you'd put the items in here, and then you would pull this lever, and whoever had their light on first would be the winner. It's pretty sweet. It was really, really fun. Let's go out here. And then I had this little area, so I just made a little horse racing. I did have horses. They keep breaking for some reason. They I don't know if it's glitched out, but every time they're around somewhere. They have name tags on them. I promise you they're around. And then you would just race to the end. So picture you being in a horse. I can't go fast. There we go. So you go to the end, and I like the pattern I did for the floor. It's kind of mesmerizing. It's pretty cool. So there's that. Oh, and then I added this little roller coaster. This is my old channel, Totally Games 100. Wow, that looks really ugly in this texture pack. Again, guys, just keep in mind I did not build this in this texture pack. Oh, this is just the design. But in between here, again, anywhere I had space, I tried to add a little mini game. So we have, what game is this again? Villager Knockback. So there's 3 different shots. So you press the button to start. A villager would drop down there. Okay, and then you'd, what is this? Oh, that's how you reset the game, right? It kills the villager. And then you come in here and you take a bow, a knockback bow with an arrow. You'd stand here. You'd have to try and shoot the villager. Okay, when you shoot him, he falls down there, which activates that light. It activates that light and it lets you know that you scored a point. Then you press it again. You take the second shot, and whoever gets all 3 shots wins the game. So pretty cool. This is awesome. This actually looks, I think this one looks better in this texture pack. This is my Marvel Tower. I forgot the name of it. But let's go up to the top so you can see how it works really quick. Oh my goodness, this is taking forever. So you got all the Avengers up there. I said Marvel, I meant Avengers Tower. Sorry. I mean, it is Marvel, but it's not what it's called. Just break this. And there is an entrance. There's an entrance through here, I believe. Yeah, that's the entrance. And you climb up, and you get an apple. Everybody gets an apple to eat. And then you'd have to make your way down. It's parkour. So you'd have to make your way down without dying. Hence the apple. And then there's things along the way. You can make this jump. Potion of swiftness. Potion of invincibility. Because people are going to be hitting you. Okay. So you just fall. Okay. You fall all the way down. Blah, blah, blah. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And if you die, obviously, if you fall in the middle, obviously there's lava. And then this is where you'd exit. And go this way. So that's the Avengers Tower. This is the game that I used to have a series every week where we do this. This is my quick build challenge. Obviously, build battles have been a thing for a very, very long time. I made this roughly 2.5, 3 years ago. And again, this is pretty ugly in this texture pack. It was not this ugly. And what I would do is I would stay right here. Okay. And then that would be a timer and a countdown. And when I flick the switch, it would start at 25 minutes. And then every single minute, it would go down. And once it gets to 1, and then the last one, fireworks would come up. And you basically would stop. You would stop. That would be the end of it. And here's the 6 platforms to build. If we needed more, people could always build on top. And here's the different stuff with the winners. So here's the boards. So we got a sports theme, an anime theme, and here's the different winners throughout all of it. And then here's the stuff we never got to do. I was really upset. I put a lot of time into this board with all the different ideas. And I even went down here for this. This bottom one was really cool. It was going to be stories. It was going to be whoever can use the book to write the best story. But there's a lot of redstone behind that wall. A lot of redstone. It's a system that doesn't work anymore. If I tried to use it, it wouldn't work in this update. Or I'm sorry, in this version of Minecraft. It would only work in like the console and Java versions. But there's all the redstone. Pretty sweet. I was really proud of that. That was actually one of my first ever, when I really started getting into redstone, this was my first ever huge build. This one I'm really, really proud of as well. This is my PvP. It's just called PvP. I couldn't think of a name for it. Do not open unless this is your room. Okay, so everybody chooses a room. And you notice how as soon as you walk through, nothing happens. When the game starts, okay, so we come here. Again, it's not going to work because it's the same thing that I used for the quick build challenge. But when you flick this lever, you started the game. Okay, so when you flick this lever, you started the game. And then what happens is, anytime you died, you'd respawn in your area, right? You walk through, and so anytime you died and you had to walk through, that would be 1 life. Then 2 life, 3 life, 4 life, until you got to the O, which is out. Once you got to the O, your bed broke. So your spawn was basically gone. And as soon as you would die, you would actually start all the way back in the beginning at spawn, and you'd be out. So it was kind of a free-for-all, last man standing kind of thing. Here's the bow and arrow. I was really proud of it. It was between the redstone alone and oh man, what a fantastic game. Then we got, what is this? Polar Assault, right? The Polar Assault that I built. And you come in here. Oh look, there's the horse. See, I told you they're around. Which one is this? That's bottom feeder. So this is basically just capture the flag. So you'd start on your side, right? You start on this side. And obviously, you'd have to get the blues flag. So what you would do, and then there's different areas here. You can stand here and defend yourself. This is for food. Then there's some that have there's arrows back there for you, bows and arrows. And you just sit here and you try to shoot. These are supposed to be penguins. And whenever you got to the other person's base to capture the flag, you'd press the button. But there'd be a 5-second cooldown, so you could press it a bunch of times. It wouldn't matter. You press it once, and it would light up. And then as soon as you filled up your side, so as soon as you captured the flag that many times, fireworks would come out, and you'd win the game. Pretty sweet. Here, I'm really proud of this game. This is my Pokemon game. You got to catch them. So what happens is when the game starts, let's see if the door is actually closed still. Let's see if it still works. Yeah, so when the game starts, everybody's base closes, so you can't go back in there. So you get what you need, right? And if you die, you actually do start back in there, but you can't open the door. So once you die, you're out. But what happens is when you turn that on, every few seconds there's spawn eggs in there, random spawn eggs with the chest on top of it, so it keeps filling in a hopper, and random creatures will just fall. So if it's there's passive oh, look at that. Wow, it still works. It's supposed to go faster. Something happened with the redstone, but random creatures would fall, and what you have to do, see, like this baby animal wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't be good because it wouldn't be big enough. Actually, it might. What you do is you get him into your corner. So if you're the purple team, you get him in here, and then they'd fall down and they die. But they would first trigger this, which would give you a point. But again, it doesn't work right now. So you give you a point, and then whoever fills up all their points win. So it's basically you got to catch them all. And there are hostile creatures in there too, just for like a more of a PvP kind of thing. This is a pretty hard game because I didn't put any creepers. I don't want anything that's going to blow up the arena, but you do have skeletons, you do have zombies, and you do have horses and passive creatures that you can help get in here. Now you could do the same thing. I don't think you can. I don't know if you could put a leash or a lead on the hostile creatures. But anyway, this is a pretty fun game. I'm going to try to rework this at some point and do a tutorial because I'd have to completely redesign the system because the one I used just does not work again in this version. So this is my PvP side. Whoops. It's really laggy. Yeah, this is my PvP side, so we'll get to that in a minute. That's my favorite project that I've ever done in Minecraft, which is unfinished. Oh, and then there's also this one I made up. It's called the Color Collector. It's pretty cool. I like the building too. Yeah, Color Collector. So everybody gets a base. You start in there. All right, you get your arrows and your bows. And what you have to do is each of these represents the different colors. So the green, the emeralds are for the green. The diamonds are for the blue. Gold is for the yellow team. And then redstone obviously is for the red team. And what you would do is let's say if you're the blue team, you'd have to collect the other 3 colors. You'd have to collect 2 of each of them. So you have to come in here and get each color and then climb down and go to your side. So if you're blue, you have to put the other 3 people's colors in there, 2 of them, and then you win. And that's it. But then there's also enchanted bows, there's armor, there's golden carrots. It's a very close cornered game. And if you honestly just had somebody wait down here, they could potentially just kill people and steal the win. So it's a game that's meant to be fast paced, and you can actually score pretty quickly. All right, then we come in here, and this is a Lucky Block Lamplight. So you come in here. There's 2 different teams. Wow, this looks so ugly. The glowstone in the pack that I used is white. So everywhere we see this ugly glowstone, it's supposed to be white. So again, don't judge me based on this texture pack because I had it in a really cool texture pack. But anyway, what you do is you come here and you use the shears, okay? And you have to shear this, and you have to find the chests that have the bow, and then another chest that has the arrow, and then there's like another chest that has nothing in it. I think it's just like a bone, which is not going to help you. And you cannot cross the line, but you can shoot at your teammate. But the point is to shoot the bow, or to shoot the arrow and light up all 3 at the same time, because the arrows will stick. So when you light them and you light all 3 up, you win. So that's called Lucky Block Lamplight. So that's the PvP side. Then we got the adventures. We'll do the adventure last. Then we got classics. Again, you already saw Tetris. You got Pac-Man. Okay, you go in here for Pac-Man. Okay, so you start in there. So that's where you would start if you were the ghosts. Pac-Man goes in here. And let's see if it still works. Listen to this. Okay, so you start here, you grab your shears, you set your spawn, and you go up to start. Ready? So just listen to the music. Listen for the music. That's awesome. So it's the Pac-Man theme, and basically, I designed it to be a full-on Pac-Man. It's just like how Pac-Man is. It's pretty cool. And then underneath is a, minecart that takes you across to the other side. And then for the power-ups, you have a stone sword and a potion of swiftness. So that'll help you out a lot. So that was really cool. You already saw Bomberman. We didn't see the inside, but it's there. And then we have this one right here, which I forget the name of it. All right, guys, sorry about that. I had a tickle in my throat. All right, so basically what you do here is, like I said, you have to get all of the colors and put it in there. So underneath this wool here, there are chests randomly placed. Actually, all of them are random. I didn't copy the pattern. So every time you play, if you choose a different color, it's going to be completely different. But underneath here are chests, and then whoever gets all of the colors and puts it in a chest, flicks it, and there's a ref out here who is just looking, or you could probably be floating in the air, and then he'll make sure you actually won. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I designed it to look like a lunchbox that you could grab. I thought that was pretty cool. This one is one of my favorites. This is Ender Dragon Trivia, or Ender Trivia. And keep in mind, in the texture pack that I used, the bedrock was solid black. And it was awesome looking. So this looks really, really strange in this texture pack. I actually had started recording, but I forgot to turn the voice back on. So that's why you noticed the door's open. And there's normally a, what is it called? There's normally an iron door here, like this. Okay? But anyway, what you do is, this is completely programmable. Okay? And I did a tutorial on this a long time ago. It's broken now, but I'd have to fix it. But you come in here. This is a chest with all your questions. So this is an example of the questions I asked. Question 1, you fight a giant zombie pigman in the end. True or false? Question 2, blah, 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 right? So that was that. And based on wherever you put the torch that was here, that would decide whether or not this is going to activate or not. So what you do is you can have as many players as you want. Okay, there's a host. He asks the questions. Everybody just stands in, wherever they think. So let's say I don't have anything there, but let's just, because I pulled it and it didn't work. It doesn't go back. Oh, it does go back. Okay, cool. So let's say you go over to question 1 and you think it's true, right? So everybody would stand where they want, and maybe some people go to false, and then you'd pull it, and if you got it wrong, you would die and you'd be out of the game. And those who got it right would go on. If you get all 5 questions right, this door will open, and you can go into the Hall of Winners. And it just says, I have Steve, Junior, Tom, Stumpy, that one guy, and then it was supposed to be something Bob. I think it was a curse word, Bob. And then you got Tiny, Ahead, Got Milk, Just Do It, Like a Boss, A Big Baby, and here's your prize. Ready? It's LOL out of cookies. Absolutely nothing. So I thought that was really fun. It's a fun mini game to have, and you can change the questions up. It's easy to program, so you can have a bunch of different questions in here, and pretty cool. So there's that. Then there's another one which I'm really proud of. This is, now I don't remember what the T stands for. I thought it was Captain Planet Parkour Run. I don't know what the T stands for. I thought it was Parkour Run, but I get something with a T, but whatever. And I didn't put the name on the door. But what you do is you come in here. Okay, you choose your side. They are both the exact same on the inside. They're just mirror images of each other. So if you want to be on the... Why did I not fix that? That's weird. That's supposed to be that. Anyway, blue team, red team. Again, you can have as many players as you want. And what you do is you just parkour through here, okay? And the wall is high, so you can't get up there unless you actually parkour. And along the way, you'll get these little items like a diamond sword. So this is the earth. There's your bed, so you can set your spawn in case you die. So every time you go right back to where you are. There's boots. That's fire. This is wind. Okay, you need pants, and you need all of the stuff that you don't need it, but it helps at the end for the final run. This is water, and you got chest plate, and then this is heart, and you got helmet. Okay, then you have, when Captain Planet comes together, right here, this is where you store your excess stuff that you got along the way. Set your spawn, and then this is a series of traps that you have to make it across. Every one of these pressure plates you step on, there's spawn eggs underneath for monsters. This thing gets really insane when you test it out. This is another one of those games though you have to save before you go, because this is TNT run under here, it'll just blow the shit out of the whole map. It's pretty crazy. And then this one is nuts. Yeah, I've done this, by the way. Me and I had some people from stream help me build this. You can make this as you can see, and that's how you get over here. So I've done this whole thing in survival to make sure that you can do it. And then this one's kind of cool. It's just to slow you down if you're racing with somebody. The current is pushing you. You got to get across. It's pretty fun. And then this one has arrows, as you can see. I think it's broken now, but they do shoot out and kill you. They used to, at least. And that's Captain Planet Parkour Run. All right, and now we have the growing. Was supposed to be a fun game. I thought it was kind of cool when I was building it, and then I just kind of got bored of it. I don't know if I finished it. It's actually really laggy right now. Wow. I don't know why it's so laggy over here. But anyway, you go down there. Right, you're given a chest with a bunch of things, and you're supposed to get a certain amount of stuff. So you're supposed to grow a certain amount of melons and collect a certain amount of trees and things like that. And that depends on whoever is the host. I left that up to you guys. And then what you do is you grow up, you build up. Okay, you get in here, read the other side, put all the items in the chest, because you put everything in here, and then you push the button, and you win. And then obviously you'd have somebody come and check it out for you. So it's pretty cool. That's the puzzle. So that's puzzles. That's retro. Now we're getting into the adventure map. Okay, so this is the cookie maze. Again, I designed it at the whole bottom is a giant cookie, but it's a pretty sweet maze. There's traps in there. There's a lot of traps in there. There's chests some of the chests give you good items. You can see one down there, one over there, one over there, one there. There's a bunch more hidden. Yeah, one right there. There's a room with beds in it and weapons. If you have a bunch of people in it, they can kill each other. And then there's the exit. I've had one person complete it out of about 30 that have tried, because it's pretty nuts. It's a really big maze. And then, oh man, I'm so excited. So this is my, it's dangerous to go alone, take this. This is my Legend of Zelda, the entire original Legend of Zelda game, all the dungeons. And I put it as a minigame. Wow, this looks really ugly in this texture pack. You come here first, you get all your leather tunic, right? So this is dungeon number 6. I have the numbers on it. This is dungeon number 5. This is dungeon number 1. Dungeon number 4. And if you look from the top, this is how the dungeons are. The gray ones are absolutely nothing. And I never got a chance to finish that side. But 1 through 5, I think it is. 6 is completely done. Okay, and then there's also stores. 2. There's also stores where you can come in and trade in. So you got potion shops. So you got fire resistance. They cost different things. This was for me as I was building. Then I was gonna have a little race here, just a little horse race. I was gonna have like Epona here, just to race, give you something different, something interesting. Okay, and then you come down here, okay, and look at this. This is Fairy Fountain. Okay, so you have Fairy Fountain. Throw a ruby at the sign, and then jump in the water, and you'll feel fine. So if you throw a ruby right here, okay, there's a hopper under here, and right underneath, I believe it's this one. There's a dropper, and it dispenses a potion. So if you feel like you need to heal yourself in a dungeon, you come here, you throw in a ruby, and you get yourself a potion. It's pretty cool. What is that? It's really, really random. I don't even remember doing that. My son was in this world. He might have messed around. And then there's another. I don't think this is the updated one. You know what? I don't think it is, because I had more of this side done. And I had a roof on this, now that I think about it. But there's also a potion shop here. So this is actually big. This is a currency exchange shop. So it's not a potion shop. So you can come here and you can get 5 ruby. And you can also get, so this is 10 and this is 5. So you can trade it in for, you can trade in 5 individuals for 1 5. And same thing here, because I was going to put other shops that cost more. So it's pretty cool. I'm really, really proud of this. I had this whole thing that I wanted to do. I just never got a chance to finish it. And that's it, guys. That's my minigame world. It was a work in progress. Took a long time. And I have not been in here in probably a year. So, anyway, like I said, this is going to be part 1 of 3 for Back to the Future. We're going to go explore some of my other stuff. All right, so if you want to check it out, just go look in the playlist for my my regular season world. All right, from my Infiniverse. Captain, I was out. Peace.